On a barren landscape, a nation once stood in despair, its people hungry and hopeless. Fast forward 60 years, and that same land transforms into a powerhouse, producing the world's best smartphones and captivating hearts with global music icons like BTS and Blackpink. This is no fairy tale. This is the extraordinary journey of South Korea. Long before the division of South and North Korea, the land was simply known as Korea, or Joseon, the land of the morning calm, a name that evokes beauty and peace. The story of Korea stretches back over 5,000 years. Legend speaks of a god-king named Dan-gun, who founded the first Korean kingdom in 2333 BC. While this origin story may be myth, historians agree that real kingdoms formed around 400 BC. For centuries, Korea existed as three kingdoms: Goguryeo in the north, Baech in the southwest, and Silla in the southeast. These kingdoms were locked in battles and trade, each shaping the rich tapestry of Korean culture. Then, in 668 AD, Silla, aided by China's Tang dynasty, united Korea for the first time. This new era sparked progress, with Buddhism gaining popularity and artistic expression flourishing. By carving out its identity, Korea distanced itself from the looming shadows of China and Japan. Fast forward to 1392, when a general named Eungai overthrew the Goryeo dynasty, establishing the Joseon dynasty, one of the longest-ruling dynasties in Asian history. The kings, inspired by Confucian teachings, placed high value on education, respect, and loyalty. During this time, the Korean alphabet, Hangul, was born. King Sang the Great recognized the need for a writing system accessible to all, not just the elite who could master Chinese characters. In 1443, he created Hangul, which is now celebrated as one of the world's most scientific and elegant writing systems. Yet the Joseon period was not without turmoil. In 1592, Japan's Toyotomi Hideyoshi invaded with a formidable army, igniting a brutal 7-year war. Korean Admiral Lee Sun-sin rose to fame, famously defeating the Japanese Navy with his innovative turtle ships, becoming a national hero whose legacy endures. As centuries passed, Korea faced dark years. By the late 1800s, the Joseon dynasty crumbled under its own corruption, leaving the nation vulnerable. Competing powers, China, Japan, and Russia, sought control over the peninsula. Japan emerged victorious, leading to Korea becoming a protectorate in 1905 and formally annexed in 1910. These 35 years of Japanese rule were marked by oppression, as they sought to erase Korean identity. Children were forced to learn Japanese and adopt new names, while speaking Korean was often forbidden. Despite this, the spirit of resistance burned bright. On March 1, 1919, millions of Koreans gathered in a bold declaration of independence, chanting "Manse, long live Korea." The brutal response from Japan resulted in thousands of deaths, yet this moment ignited a fierce determination for freedom. Korean independence fighters worked tirelessly from abroad, with a provisional government taking shape in Shanghai. By August 1945, Japan's surrender marked the end of World War II and Korean liberation. But liberation quickly turned to division as the world split into opposing ideologies. The U.S. occupied the South while the Soviet Union took the North, drawing a border at the 38th parallel. Two nations emerged from the division: the Republic of Korea in the south, supported by the U.S., and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the north, backed by the Soviet Union. On June 25, 1950, North Korea invaded South Korea, igniting the Korean War, one of the bloodiest conflicts of the 20th century. As cities fell and families were torn apart, 16 countries rallied under the United Nations to aid South Korea, while China supported the North. After 3 devastating years, the war ended in 1953 with a ceasefire, yet no peace treaty was signed. The two Koreas remained divided, separated by a heavily fortified DMZ. In 1953, South Korea lay in ruins, its people starving, and international experts deemed it without a future. They were gravely mistaken. The 1960s heralded a transformation known as the Miracle on the Han River, named after the river flowing through Seoul. In the 1950s, South Korea's income per person was lower than Ghana's, but by 2024, it would surpass Spain's. The key figure behind this economic shift was Park Chung-hye, a military general who seized power in 1961. Authoritarian in nature, he was driven by an obsession to transform South Korea into a prosperous nation. Park forged partnerships with powerful conglomerates known as chaebols, including Samsung, Hyundai, and LG. He mandated them to export or die, igniting a national work ethic that saw laborers toiling 12 to 16 hours a day. Education became a priority, resulting in a dramatic rise in literacy and skilled professionals. Between 1960 and 1990, South Korea's economy boomed, growing by an astonishing average of 9% per year. Highways, ports, and factories emerged rapidly, with Hyundai producing cars and Samsung creating cutting-edge electronics. Yet this prosperity came at a cost. Workers' rights were scarce, and dissent was met with ruthless repression. As wealth increased, so did the demand for freedom. In 1980, the city of Gwangju erupted in protest against military rule. The government responded with violence, leading to the tragic deaths of hundreds. This massacre ignited a powerful pro-democracy movement that swept across the nation. Throughout the 1980s, citizens took to the streets, fighting for free elections, speech, and human rights. Despite facing brutality, their resolve never wavered. In 1987, massive protests compelled the military government to agree to democratic elections, marking a pivotal moment in South Korea's history. The transition to democracy blossomed, achieved not through foreign intervention, but through the courage of ordinary citizens. As former dictators faced justice, a free press emerged and civil society flourished. In 2017, millions gathered for the Candlelight Revolution, demanding accountability from a corrupt president. But just as South Korea's journey seemed unstoppable, disaster struck. In 1997, a financial crisis swept through Asia, hitting South Korea hard. The currency collapsed, and companies went bankrupt, leaving millions jobless. The IMF stepped in with a bailout, imposing strict conditions that felt like a national humiliation. Yet an extraordinary act of solidarity emerged. South Koreans rallied together, donating gold, jewelry, and even Olympic medals to help repay the national debt. Over 3.5 million participated in this remarkable story of collective sacrifice, and South Korea repaid the IMF loan 3 years ahead of schedule. The crisis, painful as it was, ignited a transformation within Korean companies, forging them into leaner, more efficient, and globally competitive giants. Samsung, LG, and Hyundai emerged stronger than ever, ready to conquer new horizons. Hallyu, the Korean wave, now sweeps over the world. What binds BTS, Parasite, Kimchi, and Squid Game? They are all emblematic of this cultural phenomenon, a worldwide explosion of Korean culture that began in the late 1990s. In the aftermath of the financial crisis, the Korean government invested in cultural industries, music, film, TV dramas, and food. The results surpassed all expectations. K-pop erupted onto the global stage. Groups like BTS, EXO, Blackpink, and Twice captured the hearts of fans across every corner of the earth. BTS shattered records as the first Korean act to top the US Billboard chart, even gracing the stage at the United Nations. Their devoted fan community, known as the ARMY, stands as one of the most passionate and committed in the world. Meanwhile, Korean cinema attained unprecedented heights of recognition. In 2020, director Bong Joon-ho's film Parasite made history as the first non-English language film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture, a monumental achievement for Korea and for cinema itself. Korean dramas, or K-dramas, captivated hundreds of millions on platforms like Netflix and YouTube. Squid Game claimed the title of Netflix's most-watched show in history, captivating audiences in 94 countries within its first month. Korean food, fashion, beauty products, and even the Korean language have soared in global popularity. Today, millions are learning Korean, not for business, but out of a pure love for the culture. South Korea stands proudly as a modern powerhouse, the 13th largest economy in the world, a beacon of innovation and technology. Samsung reigns as the world's leading manufacturer of smartphones and memory chips. Hyundai and Kia rank among the top car brands globally. The nation boasts some of the fastest internet speeds on the planet, and its capital, Seoul, dazzles as a futuristic metropolis of 10 million. South Koreans enjoy one of the highest rates of university education worldwide. The country invests heavily in education, with students known for their dedication and discipline. Yet, beneath this achievement lies a growing concern: the immense pressure faced by students under extreme academic demands. South Korea grapples with significant challenges. The population ages rapidly, with declining birth rates and an expanding older generation. Income inequality casts a long shadow, and the pressure on the youth is overwhelming. The specter of North Korea looms as a nuclear-armed neighbor, creating an ever-present tension. Despite these trials, South Korea's narrative is one of astounding achievement. Rising from the ashes of war, it has soared to the pinnacle of global culture and technology in just one lifetime. From its history, South Korea imparts a powerful lesson: no situation is permanent. A nation once colonized, divided, and devastated can rise to prominence. A people stripped of everything can rebuild and inspire the world. Education, hard work, and determination fueled this rise, but it was the courage of ordinary citizens, students, workers, and families demanding a better society, that truly ignited the miracle on the Han River. The future is not predetermined. It is shaped by choices and the resolve of its people. South Korea embodies this truth, proving that even through total destruction, extraordinary resilience can flourish. From ancient kingdoms to global K-pop icons, from colonization to Oscar triumphs, this is the story of South Korea, one of the greatest stories ever told.